Let's talk about the German Augmented sixth chord. The German Augmented sixth is another go-to strategy for making your music sound more aristocratic and classical. It was a super popular chord all the way through the 17th to 19th centuries, and can still be useful for bringing a little extra flair to your cadences, or even for modulating to a new key. Now, making a German Augmented sixth can be a little tricky, but once you get the hang of it, it's not actually that difficult. In a major key, start with the minor 7th chord built on the 2nd scale degree. In the key of C major, the 2nd scale degree is D, so we'd start with D minor 7. Next, place it in 2nd inversion by placing the 5th in the bass. And then just simply lower the bass note 1/2 step and raise the root and the 3rd a 1/2 step each. So for us, A becomes A flat, F becomes F sharp, and D becomes D sharp. And this is our German Augmented sixth chord for major keys. Now in a minor key, start with the 4 minor 7 chord, which in the key of C minor is F minor 7. Place it in the 1st inversion by placing the 3rd in the bass, and then raise the root 1/2 step. So for us, F becomes F sharp. And this is our German Augmented sixth chord for minor keys. Now you can use these chords in 2 ways. The first is just as a simple predominant to help give your cadences a little more color. Simply start your cadence with your German Augmented sixth chord of choice, and then before moving on to the 5 dominant 7 chord, we're going to add a minor 1 chord in 2nd inversion. It doesn't matter if you're in a major or minor key, just build a minor triad on your 1st scale degree and place it in 2nd inversion. After this, continue your cadence as usual by adding a 5 dominant 7 chord and then resolving. Now, the second option is, in my opinion, much more useful. You can use the German Augmented sixth chord to modulate to the major key a 1/2 step above your original key. For example, let's say that we're writing a piece in the key of C major. The note a 1/2 step above C is D flat. So the major key a 1/2 step above C major is D flat major. To do this, you'll just use the German Augmented sixth to pivot from one key to the other, like using a secondary dominant. This works because the German Augmented sixth in your 1st key is essentially the dominant chord from your new key. For example, if we look at our notes from our German Augmented sixth in the key of C major, we have A flat, C natural, D sharp, and F sharp. However, on the piano, these same exact pitches can also be named A flat, C natural, E flat, and G flat, which are the same exact notes found in A flat dominant 7, which is the dominant chord of our new key. This chord can be used to lead right back to the tonic of your new key, helping you successfully modulate to a new tonal center. Now, if you're not following, I do recommend checking out my short video on secondary dominants to help clear some things up. But I hope you found this helpful. Until next time, keep studying, keep working hard, and keep writing new music.